Liam and Emily had been childhood friends. They grew up in the same neighborhood in Brooklyn, attended the same school, and later got admitted to the same university in Manhattan. Their friendship was deep, genuine, and unshakable. People often mistook them for a couple. "Are you two together?" they'd ask. Emily would always laugh and reply, "No, he's just my best friend, my confidant. I tell him everything." And Liam would just smile. But behind that smile lived a love that was never spoken, deep, quiet, and complete. Liam had been in love with Emily for as long as he could remember. He felt every joy she shared, every pain she hid. But he never told her, afraid that, if he did, he might lose her altogether. Time moved on, and Zack entered Emily's life, rich, charming, and magnetic. She was drawn to his confidence and sparkle, and Liam quietly stepped back. One evening, Emily confided, "I think I'm falling for Zack." Liam listened to every word but said only this, "Just take care of yourself, and don't lose who you are." Emily giggled. "You always worry. That's why you're my confidant." But soon, Zack's reality began to surface. He would often ignore Emily, avoid real conversations, and treat her more like a trophy than a person. Then came the night of Zack's grand penthouse party, an elite gathering in the heart of the city. Emily dressed with special care, hoping that tonight Zack would finally show the world he cared for her. But as soon as they entered, he drifted away, laughing, posing, and flirting with other girls, completely forgetting she existed. After a while, he briefly returned, smiled, half-heartedly, and said, "Hey, I'm a bit tied up. This is Adam, my close friend. Hang with him for a bit." Emily's heart sank. She wasn't there for someone else's company. She had come for him, but Zack had dismissed her without hesitation. Adam was polite, trying to engage in small talk, but Emily's eyes kept searching for Zack, who was now posing for photos with 3 girls, laughing without a care. And in that moment, it all became clear. Zack's lies, his empty affection, and the strange void she always felt after seeing him. It was all real. It wasn't love. One name echoed in her heart, Liam, who had never ignored her, who never changed for anyone else, who never left. She quietly picked up her purse, left the party, and stepped into the cold New York night. Snow was falling, the tea. Streets were silent. She got in a cab and headed straight to Liam's apartment. When he opened the door, he found Emily trembling, eyes moist, voice barely steady. "Zack didn't really break my heart," she whispered. "He just opened my eyes." Liam didn't ask a thing. He simply held her quietly, like always. Days passed, and Zack faded into a forgotten name. Emily began spending more time with Liam, in his quiet, honest world. There were no grand gestures, no expensive parties, only warmth, silence, and the kind of comfort she had never felt before. One evening, while the sun dipped behind New York's tall skyline, they sat together on the rooftop. Emily gently held Liam's hand. "I realized everything too late," she said softly. "But I'm glad you never left. I think I've been in love with you long before I even knew what love meant." Liam smiled, this time not just with his eyes, but with words. Love. Sometimes. It needs silence. Sometimes time. But the real kind always finds its way back. She leaned her head on his shoulder. Down below, the city glowed in chaos. But above, 2 hearts, after years of unspoken connection, had finally found peace.